Wow, that looks awesome. Couldn't have been even better if I tried. Sweet, mate. Yeah, that look alright. That's gonna be fine, yeah. Oh dear. What's going on here?
On the first episode,
What the hell?
MineTech Server. These are my friends. The guy in the middle, that's Jake, y'all know him.
It's over, DeadDuck.
What are you doing?
I am here to take over your channel.
Really? Punk! Well, you f***ing son of a bitch. You're gonna get it soon. You're gonna wish you didn't mess with DeadDuck.
What's happening, YouTube people? JaffaJake here, and welcome to my world. I've decided to start my recording at night so you could see just how lovely it all is. So the plan for this episode is I'm going to show you around my base. I'm going to show you a little bit about what's going on, the different farms that I've got, and it's raining. Joy. So I thought we'd start at my nether portal, because this is where you would enter my base from. So obviously you just come through the nether portal here and out the other side, and you've got my giant sword. It hasn't changed pretty much at all, but obviously I've made this giant sort of walkway platform that goes all the way up to my nether portal up there, and my sword is now what I'd like to call the centerpiece of my base. Like, everything revolves around the sword now, which is pretty cool. I didn't plan it to be that way until sort of recently. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty cool, like just being there in the centre. Let's go up here, shall we? So, you may remember from episode 1, I'm pretty much going to be referencing the first episode we ever did, because that's the last time you saw my base. From that episode, we came in here, me, DeadDuck and Paul, and we discussed how we thought it looked a bit like Dragon Reach from Skyrim. Dragon Reach, apparently, according to DeadDuck. Because
Yeah, it freaking looks like Dragon.
As soon as he walked in here, the first thing he thought of was Dragon Reach from Skyrim.
I see it.
And had a big conversation about that. I've now made it my armory. So I've got all my armors sort of on this side and some potions. And on this side, I've got some sort of weapons, bows, my elytra rockets, etc, etc. Now obviously it's my armory, and as we do armories on this server, they have to be hidden armories that no one else apart from us can access. So I'm going to go ahead and open it all up, but I'm not going to show you how I do it, so I'll be right back. I've activated my mechanism through my secret. I've got a few bits and pieces in here, a few rubbish things as well, which I've looted off of zombies and such, and a few good bits of armor as well. Yeah, so that's my armory. I'm just going to deactivate it, so I'll be right back. And that's pretty much it for this room. There's not much else to it. I want to make more to it, but I don't really know what to do here. I mean, you know, what could possibly be in this room? I don't really know. There's not really much room up here to play with. I mean, I've got some furnaces up here for God knows what reason. I don't have a furnace room yet, so this is where all my furnaces are located, but I don't really know what you could do in here. If anyone has any ideas, let me know in the comments if you have any cool ideas of what I can do for this. But for now, it shall stay like this. Moving on, what should we go to next? Let's go to my chest room, because my chest room was something that was in the first episode. This is my chest room. If you saw MineTech episode 1, you will obviously know all about the chest room. The way my chest room works, if you didn't watch episode 1, is everything on this wall here is on this side here, and everything that is on this side of the wall is on this side here. So what has changed with my chest room? It doesn't look much different than it did before, apart from the fact that I've got more stuff on the walls than I did on episode 1. The thing that has changed is behind this giant wall here, I have a sorting system. And not just one sorting system, I have 5. I don't want to tell you how many hoppers I have had to use. I don't want to tell you how much redstone is behind that wall. But I will tell you it's a lot. So let's see this thing in action. I set up a little chest here full of some random items, pretty much a stack or so of each. And all the items that I've just taken out of that chest are on this wall. And what I can do is, like, I know stone goes in here. Anything that's wood goes in there. Sealant is going there. Dirt goes in there. Clay. Clay. Clay goes in this one. What else have I got on me? Concrete, blue concrete and concrete powder. They both go in there. Wool and glass, both wool and glass go into here. As you can see, all the items I put in the chest have now gone. So they have been taken all the way down here through some hoppers, and they are all now in their individual dispensers, which is underneath that sandstone there. It's a dispenser, and that's where all the blocks that I've just chucked in there are now. So let's go turn it on. Let's just flick the lever and let me show you this thing in action. So you can just about hear the pistons there, and there they go. There's the items going all the way up the tubes. You can see the sealant is the best. But there they go, going up the tubes. They're all being filtered. And what happens is, when they go into the chest, they will reach their individual sorting systems and be sorted. There we are. We can see it in action. Well, we saw it in action for like a split second. There we are. 38, 39, 40. Any more? 41, 42, 43, 44. There we are. So you can see in action. That's doing that for every item that I just put in there. And that will do that for every single item on this wall. Right, so anyway, that's the chest room. That is my chest room. Let's move on to the next thing, which is my cow farm. So we're back in the centre. It's not raining. It's finally not raining. Oh, glorious days. So my cow farm, I wanted to be in the centre so you get a good view of my cow farm. I've got a cow in a minecart to represent my cow farm. See if I can get a good view of that. Just get yeah, you can see they've got a track there, the minecart with the cow in there. So, going down to the cow farm, we have some cows. So, here's my cows. I'll give you a quick insight into how it works. I mean, it's a cow farm. I think we all know how this works. You get some wheat, feed the cows. Baby cows will funnel down under there and they will fall down there. For the purpose of this episode, I prepared some earlier. Obviously, they're not baby cows because they grow up, which is what we want them to do. We want them to grow up, so these are my grown-up cows in here. And what you do is, let me just grab some splash potions here. Don't think I'm going to need that many at all. So basically, you just stand here, lob your potions at them. That's going to kill those cows. Oh, there's one survivor. There we are. Bit of XP there for me. All their drops will go into these hoppers right here, which go into the minecart and chests there. And then what I do is I just go onto here. There we are. And it just sends the hoppers away. I got a little block swapping system there. I can just turn that back. Come out here. And they're going to start dispensing those items. Well, they're pretty much done already. Down this hopper system here. Down here, where I have a sorting system. The meat and leather travel through these hoppers into those dispensers right there. And it's kind of the same sketch as my chest room. It's basically just column tubes which dispense the items up. So if we just hit this lever here, you will see, there they go. And if we actually go up there, you will see that the meat and leather is coming up there nicely. Leather's already done, but you can see the meat is just going into that hopper nicely. Throw up the column tube. And they're all done. So, moving on. And I think we move on to my wheat factory. It's just a wheat farm. I've decided to call all my farms like ridiculous names, apart from the cow farm, because it's... what else could I call it? It's a cow farm. I've called this my wheat factory. It's ridiculous. I'll show you. I completely designed this entire place from scratch. I built it in creative first, and I built it here in survival. There's probably ones out there that are like it. Maybe not all of this design, but I mean the wheat, which I'm just about to show you here. It's just wheat, which are on separate levels, and I've got dispensers all the way at the top there, on all four sides, which dispense water down, which collects all of these seeds and wheat. You do get some wheat and seeds trapped like along the top of this glass, but I often find that if you come down here and just jump, you collect it all. As for the rest of the wheat farm, basically, I love my column tubes. I love my column tubes. It's the same sketch. When the wheat comes down here, it'll go into the column tubes there, but you'll see that in a minute. And in here is the guts of it. I've decided to make it all out of glass because I wanted to show the redstone, because this wheat farm is overcomplicated. I wanted to see how much redstone I could pack into a simple wheat farm. And I think I achieved it pretty well. I probably could have made it worse, but this is what I came up with. So I've got two sorting systems in there, one here and one on the other side, you can see there. And I got a button in the middle which activates the redstone pistons, which then sends a signal to the dispensers, which you can see is just up here. I've got my redstone torches, so... Oh, I fell. There's a hole in my floor. Why is there a hole in my floor? Oh, now I'm being attacked. Oh no, go away, go away, go away, go away. Good God. Why is there a hole in my floor? I don't get it. Why is there a hole in my floor? That was not there earlier. Why is there no hole in my floor? I reckon I was sabotaged. I bet someone sabotaged me. Where was I? I don't know. This just activate the wheat farm. Let's not overcomplicate it. By explaining everything. It's a wheat farm. Let's give it a test and hopefully it works like it did earlier. Let's go. There we go. There we go. Lovely jubbly. And as you can see, I've got hoppers around the outside just to collect all the wheat and seeds. And look at that. Done. Done. And then you can immediately just press it off again. Like I said, we do get some stuck here. If I want to fix it, I do. I need to figure out a way of fixing it. I'm sure it's very simple. But like I said, you can kind of just jump here and collect the majority of it. Maybe one or two pieces you can't collect. But at the end of the day, if you can't collect any of the pieces, I do really want to collect that last piece of seed. It's really annoying me. This is the awesome bit. The item dispensers. And there we go. Wheat and seeds. Awesome. So I was gonna show off my iron farm, but since it's now night time and it's not raining, I think it'd be the perfect opportunity to move straight on to my concrete farm. This is it. It looks pretty bare, but it's as complicated as it needs to be. So I've got all my concrete powder here. In every colour, and I've got my actual concrete farm here. This concrete machine is resource intense, and you will see why in a minute. So this makes some concrete. This just makes some white. I use a lot of white. Let's take all of it, bar one of those. Let's go. It takes a while, it takes a while, it takes a while. There we are, that's what I wanted to see. If I break away the concrete here, you will see that it has all been pushed up by one. So basically what that enables you to do is to just keep filling it up and up and up and up. It won't reach the roof. You've probably already guessed why. I will show you now why. Everything will make sense. The concrete reaches there, it sends a signal to the observer, which sends a signal down here and leads to this. Now, I did say it was resource heavy, and I was not joking with you. This space here is 11 by 11, and if my math is right, that equals 121. Now, that is a lot of stuff, and that took a long time to get. Moving on, since we're talking about concrete, I will talk you through my dye farm. Very nice and colourful. This is where all my dyes reside. So how does it work? Basically, You get your bone meal here. I'll just take a stack. And behind here is a dispenser. So I'll just chuck that in there. And all you do is you put your plant in there where the dirt is. You got your dispenser there. And you just turn it on. And you will start to see from my hotbar that I get lots and lots and lots of, what's it called? Rosebush, which I can obviously use to make red dye. And with that red dye, I can make other dyes as well. Cocoa beans. I have lots and lots of cocoa beans. Dual-sided, of course. So how does it work? Basically, there is just pistons in the floor below here, which push all of the jungle wood up, which in turn takes all of the cocoa beans off, ready for collection, and then pistons up there push it back down. That's how it works. Let's press the button. And look at that, instantly, cocoa beans for days. Nearly 4 stacks of cocoa beans straight off the bat, and then you can literally just replant them. So there we are, I've planted it. I had nearly 4 stacks, and now I've got 2.5. So not bad, not bad. Basically, 2 stacks and 20 return every single time. Heading upstairs, we have my cactuses. It's very simple design. Basically, there's pistons behind here, and that square that I'm highlighting there. Pistons come out, which touches the centre one here, causing the top 2 to break off and the bottom one to remain. Let's give it a push. There we are. So that's the cactus farm. They're probably going to take ages to grow. And then just up here, I have all of my dyes that aren't either that aren't brown, because I got my brown cocoa beans down there obviously, so the brown one isn't here, but all my other dyes are here, and I would say that I've got quite a lot of each of them, and on the end here I've just got some other plants which can also be made into dyes. But that's the dye room and the concrete room. I think it's time to finally go on to the iron extraction system, because I extract the iron from the golems. I extract it from their very soul. Over here I strategically planted a piston with a redstone torch next to it just so it activates, but you can just ignore the torch. I've got a block here which I stand on, and I don't know if you can just see, but that is a piston. It's like a piston anyway. I've given it my own design. I made the entire thing free-handed. Why? I don't know. Let's go have a look, shall we? So this will be a big door one day. But for now, it's just a little hidey hole. And in here is a beacon, which stretches all the way up to the top. And I think that looks pretty awesome to me. Around here, we just got a simple water elevator column tube up and down. So let's go up. It does take a while because obviously we're making our way all the way up to the top of the piston. I didn't take that long actually. Up into here, and we have my iron farm. Oh, lovely jubbly. We've had some more since I looked at it last. I knew how well DeadDuck's one worked, but my one is just absolutely pumping iron. I mean, I have used a lot of the iron out of here. Tons and tons of iron. And still, every time I come here, I've got a whole load of iron left. Yeah, I find the rates often good. And the good thing is, I'm pretty much always in the spawnable area. I'm always pretty much around the centre of my base or around the area, so I'm normally in a place where the iron golems will spawn. Anyway, like I said, enough talking about iron farms. Y'all know exactly how they work. So going back down the elevator, and I believe that is it. I believe I've covered everything in my base. This is the updated version of my base. So as nighttime approaches, it's time to end this episode. That is all I've got time for in this episode. I think I've pretty much shown you an updated version of my base. I'm being attacked. I'm being attacked. This is the only problem with the night. Anyway, we want to get up to 100 subscribers and we'd really appreciate your support. I'd love to hear your thoughts, what you think of my base, what you like, what you don't like. And if you think we're doing an awesome job on this channel, if you're really enjoying the MineTech server, then definitely subscribe to the channel. But that's all I've got time for in this episode. Thank you guys for watching. JaffaJake out. Cheers.
You're gonna wish you didn't mess with DeadDuck.
Oh, I got him. Nice.
What just happened? What? How? How did you get here so fast? No, this isn't possible. You ruined everything I planned.
Oh, forget it.